I miss my partners, a few chipmunks and birds and owls and porcupines. The worst thing about porcupines is that they like to chew canoes or paddles. They seem to like the taste of the paint. I heard something that sounded like a lot of dogs barking a long way off, but I knew it wasn't dogs. It was a big flock of geese flying south. They were very high up, maybe a mile. I could just see them. I couldn't count them, but I thought there were about 200. We saw more birds and flowers than we mostly see, including Baltimore orioles, 2 kinds of warblers, one I think Blackburnian, swallows, they have holes in the sandbanks of the Don, song sparrows, a hawk, crows, bobolink, red-winged blackbirds, goldfinches, and small greenish-yellow birds in the yellow-green bushes along the stream, and some others that we didn't know.
In front were a couple birch trees, there was a flagpole, and a bird feeder. And the bird feeder was central to the life here because my father fed the birds, and it was when he was living here all alone in winter, then the birds were his sort of, they'd come and lighten his shoulder and so on. So he was a sort of a St. Francis type of character in terms of this communication with animals.
The mouse, I think, is mostly playing. He likes to run along the shelves and look over and climb up and down the canvas. There's a string running between 2 posts. He uses it for a tightrope, runs out on it, then in the middle sits, balanced with his hands crossed. This is usually too much for him, and he falls underneath and has to finish the crossing upside down. Last night I forgot to put a cover on the jam jar. There was only a little in it anyhow. This morning, when I was lighting the fire, I looked up, and there was a mouse in the jam. He was standing up, pawing the glass, trying to get out, but the glass was too slippery. His feet had jam on them. His nose and his whiskers were sticky with it. I left him until I had finished lighting the fire. By that time he was quiet, sitting down in the jam with his eyes closed. I suppose he was tired. Maybe he had been in there all night. I took the jar outside and let him out.